There's getting rich, easy, staying rich, much more difficult.
So, as you know, thanks to Showmax, some of us got to read about that 200 billion that was stolen by a dead man. Yeah, I know, sounds like a bad joke, doesn't it? But apparently, it's true. I mean, what's the investigation like? I can imagine we're looking for clues, but the main suspect is already 6 feet under. And we're not sure how he did it. But we're pretty sure he didn't have any accomplices. Unless, of course, he was working with the undead. Good evening. Welcome to the Fact Chat, where we unpack current affairs so ridiculous you'd think they were scripted by a drunk soapy writer. I'm your host, Lwazi. Let's get into it. Still in the 200 billion story, here's what's interesting. For over 20 years, the auditors couldn't see anything. The JSE couldn't see anything. Hell, the board couldn't figure out anything. This guy's good. This guy's good. And he had no friends. No one knows anything. Apparently, he was friends with the Stellenbosch Mafia. But they, of course, had no idea what he was up to. Because that's how friendships work, right? We friends, but I have no idea what you get up to. I have no idea about your life. I've seen you around, but I've got no idea that you are stealing 200 billion. I can hear one of them saying, I thought he was just really, really good at Monopoly. I mean, it's not like they a tight-knit group or anything, are they? We're the Stellenbosch Mafia, but we don't know what our friends are doing. That's just how we go. So let's just put it into perspective how much 239 billion is that this one man was able to steal all alone. You are looking at more than double what was alleged to have been stolen by the Guptas during state project, whatever. We need a new name for the 200 billion dead man. The police, the nurses, and all other government employees. This guy took their whole pension. I mean, bro, no wonder nurses are so pissed off all the time. And here we were all this time thinking that it was the Guptas. One man. It's going to be a cold-ass winner. All right. While still staying on South Africa's theft show from the Showmax One Man, 200 billion show to, but you know my uncle always said this, about that, we can't steal. So what comes here is the SASSA fraud scandal, where 3 SASSA officials allegedly stole 260 million. It took 3 of them. Only one man at Showmax this winter. Anyways, if you're not getting your 350 anymore, we all know why. Moving right along swiftly, let's talk about this mess with our ambassador, Ibrahim Rasool. I wonder what he did. Probably stole $200,000 from the White House. No, man, I'm just kidding. And look, he got booted from the Washington, D.C., and they say he was such a troublemaker that they had to kick him out. Quicker than a drunken uncle at a wedding reception. They called him, wait for it, persona non grata. Sounds like an expensive brand of shoes, if you ask me. I mean, can you believe it? Born and bred in Cape Town's very own District 6, and now he's been officially declared not a nice guy by the Americans. Apparently they say he was causing more drama than a reality TV reunion. Yeah, after the Bye Felicia, you can imagine he was probably crying foul play like a referee at a World Cup match gone wrong. Oh please, spare us the sob story, Uncle E. The Yanks were not buying it and neither are we. I know you must have said something though. More like, yo, master tariffs, ne? But you know what I'm gonna say? Like, I love what they called him. A persona non grata. Sounds like some qualification, you know, almost like cum laude. Okay, it's probably another level of diplomacy, you know, at the embassy when you've been there for 40 years of service. Because another thing with Ibrahim Rasool, from being Western Cape Premier, one would have thought that he gets those lifetime achievement, you know what I'm saying? Those lifetime achievement ambassador awards. He probably got kicked out just for saying food sack Trump. Enough about the cum laudes and the non gratas from the US. Let's get some border management. First off, these foreign-owned spaza shops popping up everywhere like mushrooms. It's like the whole country is turned into a giant convenience store overnight, don't you think? And we're all just shoppers in the shopping aisle. I mean, sure, competition is healthy, but guys, Soweto, it's actually never been part of the United Nations General Assembly. So please, another thing, Fikile, fearless, Mbalula. You sure have become our resident minister of the police, threatening to send all the Zimbabweans, illegals, packing. What's up with that? You know, it's like they were all just tourists. Like everybody from Zimbabwe was just a tourist, right? Visiting Soweto National Park. And now the park ranger kicked them out. Park ranger being you, Mr. Mbowles. You kicked them out. For what? They were feeding the monkeys. But hey, jokes aside, guys, I mean, expired food sales. What's up with that? So the US expels our ambassador because, well, apparently he hates Trump. But I mean, who doesn't? You know, I mean, even Melania looks kind of, like she's plotting something every time she blinks. But honestly, America, I mean, calling someone persona non grata, that's rich. Comes from the same country that gave us McDonald's and the Kardashians. Trump says we're stealing land from white farmers. Meanwhile, he's been stealing wigs from roadkill for years. And then this whole thing of claiming that Lesotho is an African country that no one has ever heard of. Sir, you are the same man who thought Puerto Rico was a country in Europe. Lesotho is literally surrounded by South Africa, just so you know. And that is like calling your belly button a mysterious hole. But then, of course, Lesotho clapped back because everybody's scared of the US, it's talking about cordial relationship with the US. That's some diplomatic talk. That's like saying, we'll wait until you guys visit Lesotho, and then we'll give you pap with no gravy. Then, on the other hand, we've got Comrade Elon. Speaking of Mr. Musk, did you hear his claim that he cannot run Starlink in South Africa because he ain't black? Do these guys read? Do they know that just like America's got laws, like building the wall for Mexicans, we also have laws that govern our business and how we run our businesses. We're trying to fix things out here. And funny you should say that, because Elon understands the history of this country. Get your dad some shoes while you're at it. Get your dad some shoes, man. Stop talking nonsense. But anyways, moving on from that, bro, we don't mind what race you are, right? We're willing to even adopt you as long as you keep that Wi-Fi on during load shedding. We'll even adopt you. We'll name you Elon and Kiza. But seriously, folks, that's all the news and nonsense we have time for tonight. Now remember, if you see me on the streets, give me a wave, give me a honk. Hey, better yet, get me that Starlink subscription where I can watch that one man in the 200 billion. This is the Fact Check, ladies and gents. My name is Lwazi. I'm until next time.